start to bring our awareness in. So closing your eyes, relaxing your breath, and starting to slow everything down, especially in a world where we're go, go, go. Let's do the opposite of that now. Take a few moments to ourselves to get grounded, centered, focused, and connected to who we really are, so we can allow everything else to fall into place. Start to deepen your breath now, relaxing your inhales, taking your time on your exhales. With every breath that you take, allow it to move you further and further away from your busy everyday life. Let's go ahead and engage your bandhas, your powerhouse right now. Harnessing the energy within, so pull your pelvic wall up and the navel in towards the spine. Now ensure that your sit bones are nice and evenly planted. Lengthen your spine by tucking your tailbone under just slightly. You want to give more space to each vertebrae. Decompress. And just breathe, circulating your breath throughout your body, scanning from head to toe, looking for any spots, any tension in the body that may or may not be there, and just breathe into it. Ensuring that your lungs are open. Even though your strong core is locked out solid, your lungs and heart center is relaxed. Breath easily flows in and out. No constrictions, no restrictions. Just free-flowing, relaxed breath. So your spine is flexed and strong, core is strong, yet your heart and your lungs are relaxed. So we're balancing our action with relaxation, yes? Gently bring your chin down towards your chest, and we won't be here for too much longer, especially if you're breathing into your patellas, breathing into your knees. So very gently pressing down on the glands in your neck as you lengthen your spine. Now when you press these glands on your neck, it's an instant trigger for relaxation, and this can be done at any time during the day, especially when you need to relax, especially when you find yourself in a stressful situation. Take one more breath here, gently pressing on the glands in the neck, slowing your breath down, and slowly bring your hands to the sides, and now lift your hips up first, moving forward onto your hands, walking them forward, and let's just move into cat-cow just for a moment. So knees and hands about hip-width distance apart, and we're just going to warm up the back by moving up into cow, opening up the chest and arching the spine. Exhale, now round the spine, coming into the opposite of that, pulling the navel in, and just moving back and forth fluidly. Now here's where we start to learn how to move with our breath. So your body does not move unless your breath leads it to, allows it to. That way you stay conscious within your breath and safe within your body. 100% mindful, as opposed to being mindlessly crashing in and out of poses. You want to breathe your way through it. That way you can listen to your body and bring your awareness within. There is no greater teacher than your own body. So listen to how far your body will want to go, knowing its limits and finding out where those limits are, by breathing your way into where your edge is. More is too much, yet less is not enough. So here we are, just very gently poking and prodding our tissues to life, and just seeing how our back feels today. Knowing that every day is different. And we're observing ourselves without judgment, just noticing what's there, what isn't there, and breathing our way into it. Now walking your hands forward just a little bit. We're going to use every bit of the hand that we're given. So really spread the fingertips wide like starfish. You're going to suction cup them into the mat, nice and strong. And internally rotate your elbows in towards each other like that. as if you're squeezing on a beach ball and holding that beach ball there, suspended in air. Yes? Tuck your toes. Breathe your hips back up and away into downward facing dog. And just start to walk it out left and right. So you're alternating heels down to the mat as you let your head go. Pressing your chest back towards your thighs so you're straightening out through the shoulders. Nice long line as you lift up through the hips. And bend your knees as much as you like. You'll get a deeper stretch in your lower back the more you bend your knees. So just working into any kinks that may or may not be in the hips. Allowing your head to be heavy so you can breathe deep and free. Allowing more blood into your brain. Washing away old belief systems. Rewiring those thoughts and replacing that chatter, all those words, that clumsy language, and replacing it with the sound of the ocean, sounds of nature. That way you stop thinking in words and you start thinking in the sounds of nature, that truth. You're anchored in that truth. Good. Now, on the in-breath, when you're in down dog, you want to press forward, down, away through your palms. Maybe even come up high onto your toes just to stretch them up a little bit. And on the exhale, the out breath, you want to ground your heels down towards the ground. Slight bend in the knees. Your heels do not have to touch. Remember, this is a diagnostic pose, not a flexibility contest. Inhale, right leg lifts up long behind you, rolling the right hip down so it's even with the left, so you can scissor your thighs and squeeze the inner thighs together, learning how to use your midline strength. Continuing to pull the belly up and in and stretch past your toes. So reach past them to activate every muscle in your lifted leg. Stepping it wide for low lunge. Breathe the right foot outside the right hand. Back knee comes down to the mat. Inhale, upper body, arms to rise. Exhale, just pressing prayer palms, and now really dynamically press the palms together to engage your shoulders, relaxing them down your back. Lean forward into the hip flexor and twist. Left elbow outside, right knee. Keeping the hands at heart center and just doing the best that you can. Shoulders down your back, away from your ears. Spine is nice and long, so elongate the back of your neck. Opening up the arms here. Then bending your elbow behind your back, palm facing out. Now you can stay here or bend your back knee, toe points up, taking a grip and just very gently kicking back into your grip, locking your eyes one point to help you balance. And now we're not jamming the bottom knee, you're actually on the top of it. That way you're not jamming your knee down into the ground. You're breathing to lift up and out of it. Opening up the shoulder, one more breath here. Inhale, filling up your lungs as you twist. Remembering to keep the lungs and heart center relaxed. Coming out on the out breath. So next inhale, releasing your grip. Hands come back to center, facing forward. Hands to the inside of your right foot. Tuck your back toes. Lift and straighten that leg, and we're going to press the right foot back to meet the left in high push-up, high plank. Now press back through your heels. You can always bring your knees down to the mat if you like. Tilt the tailbone under to engage your powerhouse. Press back through the heels, forward through the crown of your head, and stack your joints. Wrists directly under shoulders, creating that heat, building up that fire, that agony that will burn up the rubbish that doesn't belong in your body. Bend the elbows now, moving into low push-up. So keep them tucked into the sides. That way you can keep your joints stacked. This is the secret to plank. Inhale. Roll over the tops of the toes and open up the chest. And your thighs are so dynamically engaged, activated core, so that you won't collapse in your lower back. Very important here to pull the heart away from the heels to keep the spine lengthened. You want more space between each vertebrae. When you're in upward facing dog, keep your back safe. Now engage your core and use your abdominal muscles to pull your hips back up and away into downward facing dog. Let's walk it out again. Alternating heels, down to the mat, bending one leg, straightening the other, pressing the chest back towards the thighs and keeping the hips lifted. So you're grounding down and lifting up at the same time. Other side, inhale, left leg lifts up long behind you. Remembering to reach past the toes, roll the hip down so you can squeeze in towards your center midline. Using your midline strength, your powerhouse, to harness your energy and use it to strengthen your yoga poses and to protect your lower back. Exhale, step it wide, left foot outside, left hand, right knee comes down to the mat. Inhale, upper body, arms to rise. Very gently pressing forward into your hip flexor. Hands to heart center. Leaning forward and twist. Right elbow outside, left knee. Keeping your spine nice and long. And then opening up the arms. So we're just going to open up here. And you're doing the best that you can. Either bending your elbow behind your back, palm facing out, or lock your eyes 1 point. Bend your back knee. Take hold of your foot if you can. And just because you can doesn't always mean that you should. So listening to your body here, bringing your awareness within, and sending your breath. And you're pressing your knee and arm against each other. That way your knee isn't collapsing in towards your midline. You're using that natural traction within your body to open it up. Last breath here. Inhale. Fill your lungs as much as you can. And exhale. Release your grip. Hands back here. Facing forward and down inside of your foot. Tuck your back toes, straighten the leg, lift it up, and press the ground away as you step the left foot back to meet the right. Upward plank position. Press back through your heels, stack your joints, bend the elbows, keep them tucked into your sides. Lower halfway down and hover, chaturanga. Inhale, roll over tops of toes. Straighten the arms and open up the chest. Lift your thighs, dynamically engaged, up off the ground. Exhale, use your core to pull your hips back up and away into downward facing dog. Inhale slow through the nose, so come up high onto the tippy toes. And exhale, heels down towards the ground. Remember, you can keep that slight bend in your knees. Grounding and lifting up at the same time. And now walking your feet forward now. Separating your feet about hip width distance apart. We're going to come into Utkatasana, sitting down here. Now keeping your fingertips down on the ground. Make sure that all 10 toes are visible so that you can protect your knees, keeping them behind the toes. Now bring your weight back into your heels. Lift up your toes just so that you can feel where that weight should be. And then once your weight is back there, this will help you balance. Then suction cup your toes down. You're going to use every bit of the foot that you're given. So ground down through all 4 corners of your feet, keeping the knees about hip width distance apart. Now inhale the arms up high, tucking the tailbone under. Make sure you can see all 10 toes. Lengthening your spine. And now breathing deep and free. So really suction cup your toes down into the mat. Shoulders are down your back. Keeping your knees hip width distance apart. Arms are dynamically engaged, so you're reaching past your fingertips. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale, forward fold, straightening the legs and just hinging at the waist. I like to set my hands to the insides of the ankles and just allow your elbows to come out to the sides here. And your legs do not have to be straight. Remember, more bend in the knees, deeper stretch in your lower back. So doing whatever feels good to you. Allowing your head to just hang here. So relax your neck. This is the counter pose. So this is your chance to regain your breath. Slowing your breath down. Taking long, deep inhales and exhales through your nose. Harnessing your breath and training yourself. Conditioning how to control your breath, rather than panting it out and having your breath control you. And release. Hands down to the mat, step back into high plank position, press back through your heels, stack your joints, wrist under shoulders, and flow. Lower it down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, rolling into upward facing dog, stretching it out, another counter pose, and exhale, use your core to lift your hips. Back up and away into down dog. Deep breath through the nose, and exhale through the nose. Inhale, right leg lifts up high to the sky. Exhale, warrior one, so step your foot between your hands. Back heel anchors down to the mat. Now square your hips, left hip forward, right hip back. Strong foundation, both heels are in one line. Use your back leg as the anchor. To inhale, upper body arms to rise. Bring your knee right above the ankle. Straightening your back leg and then lifting the back of your thigh up towards the sky. Keeping both hips level. Sometimes the left hip likes to roll down, so just bring it up so that's even with the right. And now opening up into warrior two. So now we're going to open up the hips to the side. And sometimes the knee likes to collapse in, so you want to press the knee out towards the baby pinky toe. Sometimes warrior can sound a little bit too technical, so if this is new for you, you're just doing the best that you can until this becomes natural for you. Now lock your eyes, one solid point. Find a non-moving object. That way, once you still the eyes, you still the mind, and the body will follow. And once the mind is still, distractions eclipse themselves. And now moving into triangle, so straightening the front leg, and now tilt your hips back. Tilt them as back far, reaching forward as far as you can go. Then bring the right hand down. Now there's very little weight in this bottom hand. Upward hand to lift. If you train yourself not to put your weight in your bottom hand and to breathe through the upper hand, this will take your triangle pose to a whole new level. Because we're grounding down in our feet and yet lifting up at the same time. So send your breath into your upward uplifted hand. You can look up if that feels good on your neck, or point the nose down. Now, even though the legs are apart, we are learning how to scissor the thighs still. So squeeze the inner thighs together towards the midline. And don't worry if this all sounds a little complicated. It will all come natural at some point or another, especially if you're a beginner. And even the most seasoned yogis always are finding something new in every pose. Every day is different, unique, and special, just like you. And now slowly moving with your breath, whether you're on the in-breath or the out-breath, into pyramid. Hands to either side of the front foot, and you're just going to walk the back foot in just a little bit, shortening your stance, keeping both heels in one line. Now send the right hip back, left hip forward. Lengthen out your spine by pulling forward past the crown of your head. And now bend your front knee as much as you need to and just fold forward over that knee. Does this knee need to be straight? Of course not. It only matters how it feels within your body. So bend your front knee as much as you like. Maybe even your back knee is bent. It's not about straight legs in yoga. It's about learning how to feel within your own being and build that body awareness. Exploring all those uncharted regions within. Bringing attention to what normally is on autopilot and gets ignored. The left hand stays here. Right hand rolls up. Here's your revolved triangle here. Bending the elbow. Palm faces out. Opening up to the side. So making sure that you send your right hip back. Left hip forward. Spine is nice and long. Engaging your core, so pulling the navel up and in, locking your eyes solid, 1 point. Last breath here. And release. Whether you're on the in-breath or the out-breath, breathing the arm up and down. Bending the front knee. Inhaling the left arm up and using your left hand to pull you back up into your triangle. And now stepping it back just a little bit. Warrior 2. Flip the front palm, reach forward, lift up and radiate your warrior. So you really want to get deep into the fascia of your rib cage here. Exhale, cartwheel both hands down to the mat. And you're going to press the ground away as you step the feet back into high plank, flow it out. Bend the elbows, lower it down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale. Rolling into upward facing dog, opening up the heart and really pulling the heart away from the heels. Exhale, use your core to lift your hips back up and away into downward facing dog. Now take a breath here, slow through the nose. Come up high onto the tippy toes. And exhale through the nose. Grounding your heels down towards the ground. Slight bend in the knees. Now inhale, left leg lifts up long. Reaching past your toes, engaging every muscle in your left leg, squeezing towards your midline. Exhale, warrior 1 on this side. So plant the foot between the hands. Back heel comes down to the ground. Anchor it strong. Both heels are in one line. Inhale, upper body, arms to rise. Locking your eyes one spot and allowing your breath to move you from one end of the spectrum to the other. Relaxing the shoulders down your back. Lifting the pelvic wall up. Navel in. That way you're not just a live wire. You're harnessed energy so you can use it. And opening up into warrior 2 now. So now we're opening up the hips, reaching in opposite directions. And never feel like you're stuck in a yoga pose. Always adjusting, moving. Breathing from the ground up. So if you ever feel like you're in a weird position, move around. Adjust so that the pose fits you and your particular body type and your particular needs. This is of your practice and nobody else. There's no greater teacher than your own body. And now moving into triangle now. So straightening the front leg, tilting the hips back. Reach forward till you can't reach anymore. Then bring the bottom hand down, no weight. Practice having no weight on your bottom hand as you lift your upper arm towards the sky. Opening to the side and remembering to tilt the tailbone under. So it's all the way open to the side. Doing the best that you can so there's never any forcing, pulling, or straining. Just breathing your way into that place where you can breathe and breathe. Where more would be too much, yet less is not enough. And to keep you lifted, we're grounding down and lifting up by breathing into our upward hand, past our fingertips, as if we were reaching up to that helping hand above us. Now whether you're on the in-breath or the out-breath, moving into pyramid, slowly breathe the hand down to either side of your foot and just walk your back foot in a little bit, closing your stance just enough so you can send your left hip back, right hip forward, left hip back, right hip forward. Bend your front knee and just fold over your extended leg. Doing whatever you need to do that feels good within your body. We're stretching out all along the side, going all the way up your back, down into the back of your leg. Let's not label it, name it. Let's just feel it and breathe it there. Right hand stays, breathing the left arm up, lifting up and away as you twist, then bending the elbow behind your back, opening up, and just allowing your body to breathe here. You're using that natural traction on the back of your hand, pressing in towards your hip to open it up. Your legs are the anchor, and you're breathing deep and free. One more deep breath here. Gonna breathe our way out. So on your next out breath, the left hand comes back, right arm comes up, and use your upward lifted hand to lift you all the way back up. Warrior 2. Widen your stance once more. Flip your front palm, reach forward, radiate your warrior by opening up the side rib cage on this. Exhale, cartwheel both hands down to the mat, and we're going to press the mat away, back into high plank, flow it out, lower it down. Breathe it, upward facing dog. And exhale, core power lift, hips, down dog. Take a breath here in through the nose. Come up high onto the tippy toes and out through the nose. Bring the heels down. Now walking your feet forward. I'm going to bring the knees to the top of the mat, separating the knees with just a little bit of space between them. Your knees don't have to come all the way together. So forward onto your knuckles and then bring the feet out. Supta Vajrasana, reclined hero, and just walking your hands to the sides, gently setting your hips down. Now being very careful and mindful, so breathing your way into this. Breathing into the patellas. Now this is just like we did at the beginning. You want to internally rotate your femurs, your thigh muscles, in towards each other. Now very slowly, maybe coming back or maybe you stay up here. It's whatever feels best for you. So hands to the bottom of the feet. You're just going to roll over onto one elbow at a time. See how that feels. If you are feeling pinching pain, then come back up. Come back out and go to the beginning of the pose. Maybe you're up here. This is where my skateboarder son is at. He's way up here, and that's as far as he goes, and that's perfectly fine. You don't have to come all the way down. It's wherever you are at. But you want to go slow, with attention, focused breathing as you go. One elbow at a time, and then stay. See how this feels? If it feels okay, then one shoulder at a time. See how that feels. If that feels okay, then bring your arms above the head, reaching for opposite elbows. Slight arch in your back. And breathing into your patellas, breathing into your knees very gently. Remember, no forcing, pushing, straining, or pulling. You're breathing and poking and prodding the tissues to life. 100% mindfulness here within your being. Every cell within your body is focused. Add attention. And that's what the word yoga means. It means to yoke, unite, bring together. Mind, body, breath, all working in one direction as one integrated unit. It's getting the right and left brain to work together. Your right hand, your left hand, right foot, left foot. So you can walk. Well, it's a lot how the brain works as well. And you can tell when you're at war within yourself. That just means that the energies within need to be balanced. So that is why we do yoga and meditation, yes? So that we can function at optimal levels. And breathe. Now we're going to slowly come out here now. Same way we went in. And using the out breath. So while you're on your next exhale, we're going to come out one shoulder at a time, one elbow at a time, hands to the sides, walking them forward. Very gentle on the knees now. Bringing the hands forward, bringing the toes up, tucking them and walking the feet back, being very gentle and easy on your body, back into downward facing dog. Inhaling, lifting high up on the toes, and exhaling, pressing the heels down towards the ground. Good. And now inhale, right leg lifts up high to the sky. Exhale, step it through for warrior two. Planting the feet between your hands, anchor the back heel down, windmill arms up and open, warrior two. Straighten the front leg. And we're going to come into goddess. So bring the heels in with the toes out and just coming into a stance here. A stance that's comfortable for you. So you're going to tuck the tailbone under, nice and strong core. Hands to the insides of the knees. Now hinge at your waist while keeping the tailbone tucked under. You're just going to lean forward, left shoulder down. And then breathing your way to the other side. Bring the shoulder all the way up towards the ear. Stretching out your back. And then moving to the other side. One more round. Moving back and forth. Or maybe your practice says you want to stay and breathe through a spot that needs attention. If you're ever in a yoga practice and your body wants you to stop, just listen to it, stay and breathe there. You can rejoin when you're ready. Your body will tell you when you're ready. Inhale, arms come all the way up to the top. Now you're going to press your prayer palms together, interlace your fingers. This will help you to balance. Release the pointer finger. Palms together, arms are strong. Now straighten the legs. Focus your eyes, one point. I'm going to have to shorten my stance a little bit. And we're going to lift the heels. Lift the heels up off the mat and really reach up top here. Reach past your pointer finger. Coming up high onto the tippy toes, just as high as is comfortable for you. And reach, lifting up and out of your spine to decompress. Good. Now without letting your heels touch the ground, bend the knees now. Come down. Good. Lower your hips. You can do it. Lift the heels up just a little bit more. Tuck the tailbone under. Keep the knees open. Protected and flex. So flex your legs and slowly start to relax. Release, toes in, heels out, forward fold. Slide your palms underneath your feet, toes all the way up to wrists. Modified wide-legged gorilla. Heels out, toes are slightly in. Bend your knees now. Let go of any picture of straight legs. Just bend your knees to get a deep stretch in your lower back. Bend the elbows, let them come out to the sides so that your shoulder blades can relax in this inversion. Letting your head go, breathe deep and free in the counter pose. Slow inhale through the nose. Slow exhale through the nose, keeping the mouth closed. And release. Bringing the hands into the center, flipping the palms backward, walking them through, underneath. Just as far as is comfortable for you, and then grip with your fingertips. Eventually coming into headstand. One day, right? Or maybe you're doing it right now. placing the head down on the ground, lifting the feet in the air. Wherever you are at, no comparison, no judgment. We're all at different levels, different chapters in our lives, different body types and different injuries. So it's pointless to judge and compare, yeah? Now slowly come back to center. Arms out to the sides, flat back, belly in, come all the way up, turn the right knee out. Warrior 2, flip the front palm and radiate. Lift up and out, really stretch from your hip all the way past your fingertips and cartwheel hands down to the mat. Breathing your way back into high push-up, flow it out, lower it down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Really lift and reach it out. Exhale, use your core. Downward facing dog. Inhale, other side. Left leg lifts up and back. Reach it nice and long past the toes to stretch it out. Exhale. Step the foot forward between the hands. Cartwheel arms up and at 'em. Warrior 2. And now coming back into your goddess on this side. So bring the heels in with the toes out. Inhale, arms up high. Interlace the palms and press them up. Sit it down. So both heels are in one line. You're going to use your toes to grip the mat. Tuck the tailbone under and stretch, opening up towards the right side. Keeping the knees open, trying to keep them lined up with your toes. And now stretch over towards the left side. Back over towards the right, wrapping around the corset, around your spine. Keeping your hips flexed, so keep your powerhouse connected, locked out solid. Pelvic wall up, navel in towards the spine. One more round. And you're just opening up from side to side. As you press the palms away. Last time. Opening up towards the left. And then back towards the center. Releasing your arms. Inhale. Arms to reach again. Pointer finger. Nice and strong. Palms are flat together to touch. Now slowly start to lift your heels now. Balancing here on the toes and sitting down. Shoulders are locked down your back. Eyes are set. Non-moving object. Now lift your heels up as high as you can. And now we're going to stand all the way up without letting the heels touch the ground. So slowly starting to straighten the legs, lifting up, balancing here, and breathing your way into it. Total focus and concentration. One more breath here. Lengthen up as high as you can, straightening the legs, and release. Heels down to the mat, slowly and mindfully, turning the toes in, heels out, send the arms behind you, shoulder widths. Maybe switch up the grip so that the other thumb is on top, balancing out both sides of the body. Slight bend in the knees, flat back, belly in, forward fold. Now just let your head go, let your arms come above, and your shoulders relax. Now you're rolling the weight forward into your toes just a little bit, the balls of your feet, but keeping your legs, the weight of your legs anchored, nice and strong. Sending your breath throughout the entire body, and now closing your eyes here, and just enjoying that balance. Enjoying that release. Breathing into long held holding patterns within the body. Long held tension. And slowly start to release. Let go of your arms and place them in front of you. Now we're gonna just straighten the arms as you press the ground away. Bend your knees as much as you like, lengthening forward through the crown of your head, back through the sacrum, and arms out to the side, standing all the way up, warrior 2. So turn your front toes forward, bend your knee, flip your palm, reach forward, radiate your warrior on this side, stretching everything out, and exhale. Cartwheel both hands down to the mat just to press the ground away. Send your feet back and we flow it out. Bend the elbows, lower it down. Inhale, rolling it up. And exhale, use your core to lift your hips back up and away into downward facing dog. Take a breath here, come up high onto your tippy toes. And then bring the knees down towards the mat now. I'm going to come into Janu Shirshasana. So sitting down on the left leg, left heel to the inner right thigh. And I like to lift my hips up here just so that they can evenly ground down through both hip bones. That way you get an even stretch along the back side of your leg. Now inhale, arms high, just to square your torso over your extended leg and to give more space between each vertebrae. And exhale, folding over your leg. And it doesn't matter where you land. Let's make this a passive stretch here. So you're just going to allow the muscles to fall where they may and let your breath do all of the work from here on out. The hard part is over. And now you're just going to allow your breath to do all of the work to open up, stretch, and heal the knees. Strengthening and making them stronger. Does your forehead need to touch your knee? Of course not. Does your bottom leg need to be straight? Of course not. You're just breathing and feeling your way into it and doing whatever you can do. Not worrying about someone else doing incredible things. This is about bringing that awesomeness out of you. Connecting to that inner being within you that wants to train you, that wants you to grow, that wants you to get stronger. So breathe into it wherever you are at. Let go of any goal in mind or any picture of what you think you should be right, and just let you be right now as you are. Slowly start to come out. Walking the hands back in. Now double pigeon. We're just going to very gently bring the right heel above the left knee. Now in double pigeon, you just lean back. Make sure that your hands, you have your other hand to guide you. Anchor down to the ground, and you're just going to scooch the bottom leg out so that one shin is on top of the other. Now both hip bones continue to stay on the ground. So no judgment here. Some days my knee is way up here and sometimes it just falls down. Just depends on whatever day it is. You never know. Just let it keep your top foot flexed. Shoulders relaxed down your back. And breathe into it. Now we're not going to stay here for too long. But this is a wonderful pose for your hips, your lower back, your shoulders, everything. The feet, the ankles, and of course the knees. So anytime you're in a sitting position, it's a great time to do yoga. Especially if you're sitting for a while. Find a yoga pose that you can be and breathe in. And on your out breath, just gonna pull the top leg off, set it down, extend the left leg. Right knee comes in towards the thigh. Sit bones, nice even. Inhale, long spine. Square your torso over the extended leg and then breathe your way down. And just do whatever it is that feels good to you. Notice that each side is different as well. Maybe the right side is a little more open than the left side. So just noticing that. Whichever side is tighter, you work a little bit more with the breath so that you can even out both sides of the body. And Wednesday is the perfect day to do that. It's in the middle of the week. So we're balancing out the first half and the second half of the week. It's like that transition, meshing them together. Seamless transition. And that's what morphing means. Power Ranger morphing time. Seamless transition. From day to night, from the beginning of the week and to the end of the week, we seamlessly transition our way through life. Using our breath, and the sound of the ocean helps a lot too. So just allow your breath to do all the work on here. Allow your muscles to just fall where they may. And just holding on to whatever is available to you. So as you breathe, your muscles are relaxing, allowing gravity to pull you down deeper into that relaxative state of mind, where all else just falls away. All that chatter, all those words are replaced by the sounds of the ebb and flow of the ocean. And now slowly start to roll up, walking the hands in towards yourself, and very slowly picking up your top leg and just setting the knee right on top. And then scooching your bottom knee or your bottom foot out to line up the knees and light up one shin above the other. Now when I'm here, I like to sit and lift the hips just to sit them down evenly. And now keep your top foot flexed here to protect your joints. So just seeing where your hips are at, where your knees are at, and then breathe into them. Breathe into the patellas. Keeping the spine long. And trying to get the left hip to be just as grounded as the right hip. So staying safe within your body and safe within yourself. So if your body said no, did you respect its wishes? Did you listen? Or do you press past ignoring those signals, which is very dangerous, because if you ignore your body's natural signals, they will disable themselves, turn themselves off. So here we are back on the mat to turn those signals back on, enable them once again. Pressing the reset button, last breath here. And slowly release now. Coming into one more downward facing dog, just to relax and stretch out the legs. Now you're improving your circulation by breathing into your legs, stretching it out, one breath, and release. Back down onto the knees, comfortable seated position, facing front. Nice even sit bones, of course. Inhale, circle sweep all the way up. And exhale, thumbs to third eye center, right to your forehead, between the eyebrows, setting your intention here. Thinking about why you're here and the source behind your motivation. What drives you? Going all the way back to the origin of that source. Or maybe just dedicating your practice to someone or something special in your life, whatever that may be. Let's breathe life into that intention. Inhale, prayer palms pressed, dynamically engage the arms, sending it out into the universe and around as you exhale, coming right back to you. 2 more times, inhaling it up, sending that out, and coming right back to your heart. And exhale, right back to you. 1 more time. Out And we always come back, starting right where we began. Giving thumbs up to third eye center. I thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I'm so glad and so happy that you are here, because this is hard work, yes, being on the mat, competing with ourselves, and not everyone can do this, and some people run their whole lives away from this. I know I did for a very long time. So I'm so glad to know that I'm not alone and that I have you here with me, sharing this wonderful experience of the beach in Maui. Meet me here tomorrow, same place, same time. Aloha, mahalo, and namaste. Goodbye. See you tomorrow. This is your last chance to share. This is Elaina streaming free live yoga directly to you for fit.live. Love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow for Thunder Thursday. Mwah!